Okay, sorry about the lateness. And tagging everybody. Oh. All right. Rules.
I was wondering how long you gonna let me sit backstage.
You're gonna be all right. I promise.
Yeah, nice.
Let's see. Oh. Trying to open this up on my laptop behind you, or behind my phone rather, so that way I can start typing people in.
What happened to Caleb tonight?
Something kind of came up that he couldn't avoid, so he's got to kind of be physically present for. So he is unable to be on the live tonight, but he can do comments. It's much like when it's your night to work. Like you can't be on the video, but you got to be. Hey,
What's going on?
when nothing, just
Yeah.
try not to spill anything.
Hey, back.
Back.
Goodness gracious! Now we just got to get. Get Johntae on here.
Probably looking for his little phone holder.
Holder, yeah.
It's his holder. Yeah. Okay, let's see if he'll let me add him. This is adding. We'll have to ask him. That'll be the first thing we ask.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters
gonna hate.
I was in
Holder's gonna hold. Holder's gonna hold.
I ain't mean for you to hear us, man.
Hey,
I did. I'm unapologetic. But it looks like you got it all situated, Johntae.
Oh yeah. Man, folk were driving 5 miles an hour today, man. I'm like, get out the way.
Yeah, it's always when you're in a hurry that like nobody else is.
No, that's it.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get this party started. Usually, Errol, how we start with this is we have you introduce yourself to the viewers, and you can tell them who you are, your kennel name, any other organizations you're part of, and then what got you into American Bullies in the first place. Take it away.
All right, cool.
See, that's why Bruce needed a holder.
Bruce, yeah, did Bruce just go for a ride? Yeah, Bruce needs a phone holder.
They keep slipping down.
Oops.
I might be moving around doing stuff, so don't mind me.
I hear you. We'll go on and take it away, Errol.
All right. Well, for those who don't know, I'm Errol Bodden, senior judge, ABKC. Been judging with ABKC since 2011. Started the passion with American Bullies in about 2004. 2003, 2004 is when I first started, to kind of see American Bullies. And started off with Game Dogs before then, right around 97, 98 or so, something like that. And just kind of really like, just bigger, bullier, just dogs that just grabbed your attention. And, started falling in love with those guys. And, Katrina hit and came to Georgia 2005. And actually, I had my first bully 04. And you know, everything got kind of misplaced and moved around. So we started over again, and you know, had my first letter, and then I just kind of got bit by the little show bug. I kind of started, you know, seeing shows popping up and everything. I was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna check some shows out, you know, see how it is.
That'll do
Um,
it.
yeah, when I was younger, my best friend from back home, his dad was heavy into AKC showing,
Mm.
and he did Cocker Spaniels, and I've always kind of like just to watch him, you know, when we're outside chilling, and he'll be outside working the dogs, or he'll be in the garage grooming them on the table. I'm like, he talked to my boy John, like, man, it was like, your dad really be into the show, and I was like, yeah, he be going all over with the dogs. Like, I'm not into it, you know. We playing football and baseball and stuff. He wasn't into the dogs like that,
Oh yeah.
and you know, I was just kind of just watch him, and I thought it was pretty cool, you know. So of course, you know, later on down the line when I got into the Bullies, I was like, hey, you know what? Let me check some shows out, see how it is, you know. And
Uh-oh.
it wasn't nowhere near nothing like how it is now, you know. So it's totally different, totally different. But yeah, I
Yeah,
just
it
kept on
was.
going with it from there, and you know, started judging, and then now judging all around the world, and you know, just doing something I love. Just the passion is really cool, you know. Great community, you know. I just can't take anything away from it.
Well,
Nice.
how long did you show before you started judging?
I started showing actually. My first time showing was a show in Alabama. Southcross Kennels did a show, and that was 2000. That was
Okay.
2006, around that time. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
So started
Yeah,
from there, and you know, back then we would only have, you know, you might probably have one show, you know, what,
Yeah.
once a month or something like
yeah.
that, you know, and
Yeah.
you had to travel
It
for the
wasn't a
shows. It
lot.
wasn't real convenient.
Yeah.
Wasn't real convenient.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, so I was trying to, when you were telling me, you know, and initially when I was just like, hey, tell me about yourself, because I want to, you know, kind of promote anything you want me to before we even get on the show and everything.
Yeah.
And when you told me how long you've been doing this, I was just like, first of all, you don't look old enough for that to even be possible. So good for you.
Thank you.
But it was just one of those things where I immediately, you know, I started talking to Bruce and Caitlin. I was like, I didn't know. I had no idea how long you'd been involved
Really?
with that. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I
I'm
mean,
uh I'm not like real vocal, I guess, you know, with things and putting
yeah.
things out there like that. I just kind of stay behind the scenes and, you know, just do my thing and just enjoy the community, you know, without just really being in the limelight, you know. So
Yeah.
that's where I've always been that way.
Well, and that's one of the drawing features, I think, as far as it goes for you. Anytime that I've been to an event where you've either been one of the show hosts or you've been judging, it's always been real, real pleasant, real low key, real like it was very welcoming.
Yeah.
Sometimes everything's things tend to feel somewhat transactional, and you don't do that. And I've always really, really liked that about you.
Yeah. I like to keep it that way, you know, and when somebody asks me my 2 cents, I'll go on and add it from there. But other than that, you know, I just kind of just be low key with everything, you know.
Hey, I'm I'm gonna cut that off, and I'm gonna tell you how low key he is, man.
There this guy go.
Man, I hit this man up about 10 years ago. He gave me a hey, how you doing? And then he was like, we'll see about it. And
Hey, it's still stored too. So
hey,
it's
golly.
it's still stored. Yeah, it's still stored away, man.
Hey,
Hey,
oh yeah, oh
you
yeah.
got to do it. Got to
Yeah,
do it. So you started in pit bulls. Now, is do you miss certain aspects of that, like
I
with the
do.
more of the game breeds?
Yeah. I do, you know, and I the reason why I noticed that I kind of miss it a little bit, because you know you just get that little excitement, you know, when you see something, it's like, ooh, I remember that, you know. So it's pretty cool. I just like their drive and they're willing to just so eager to please and work. You know, it's I kind of do miss that.
Mhm.
Um, some of the other stuff is like I can deal without it, but you know, that just that eagerness, you know, how they are, I kind of do miss that. You know, I remember my first time actually when I really kind of noticed that I was missing some of that was I was at a show in Mexico, and no, I'm sorry, actually that was Indonesia. I'm sorry, Indonesia show, and they had it was pit bulls. There was a pit bull club there, and also the ABKC, and they had a competition. They had the wall competition, and I was like just amazed at those dogs hitting that wall, going up, grabbing the rope, you know. And also it was like that in Mexico as well too. It was I mean, full fledged, just I mean, pit bull show out there. It was Mexico Nationals,
Wow.
and yeah, it was Floyd Boudreaux and a few other guys that was there as well too. Some old school, you know, game guys that's been around for years. They were out there judging the show, judging the pit bull show, and I was so intrigued. I stood over there for a long time watching that show. And it
Mm.
just, you know, it kind of did bring back some memories and seeing some of the dogs and talking to some of the guys that I could, you know, talk to that could understand me. They had some of the dogs, some blood out there that I dealt with when I had game dogs. And it was pretty cool just to see the dogs and, you know, and just, yeah, and just looking at, you know, a little 35-pound, you know, solid, just rocked up muscle, shredded up, was like, wow, amazing, amazing.
Oh
But
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
actually, how was they showing them? I know they wasn't in the ring together.
Oh no, they were in the ring. They were in the ring.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So now with those shows, how they do, they it's no chokers. They're flat collars, and they, you know, stand a certain distance from each other. But however, they would, you know, they go at each other
Yeah, I
from
was
time to time. You
saying
know.
how
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I was
Oh
just
yeah.
saying how was they judging them? Because like if you say Floyd Blue Joe were there, they can't them dogs can't stand to see another dog. So how
Oh
did he
man.
keep
Yeah.
them dogs under control like
Hey,
that, bitch?
well, that I've seen, I didn't see any accidents that happened or anything. But they definitely did it. They just had a little distance between the dogs, and you know, every handler just had to make sure they were on their
On
stuff.
point.
Man,
Yep. Oh
that's
man.
crazy there, boy.
Yeah. Oh
Golly.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez
Mhm.
Louise.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
said that show was not, it was in Mexico or?
That show was a Mexico show, but the other show was an Indonesia show. They actually had the wall out there in Mexico as well,
Mhm.
but it seemed like it was a little bit more toned down in Indonesia with the pit bulls. But the dogs in Mexico, they were
Game
game dogs. They
dogs,
were
like hog
game,
dogs, like they're, yeah,
yeah, they
yeah,
were
they
game
do
dogs
their job. It's not
for
just like they just exist.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I know that you just recently got back from Romania, was it?
Yes, yes, yes,
Uh,
yes. We got back from Romania. I've been talking about that every day since I got back.
Glad
And
I could help.
yeah, yeah, no, it's all good. Actually, I was talking to a buddy of mine earlier about one particular dog that just really grabbed me
Yeah.
out there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um very first of all, want to say shout out to Gabriel and his wife Anka. They did an amazing job with their show out there. Uh, I mean, just everything, the venue, the trophies, the ribbons. I mean, it was just everything was very, very nice. Very hospitable people. They took us out, and we got a chance to see, you know, Romania a little bit for the time that we was over there. Amazing, amazing job they did. Um, but the show itself, gosh, I mean, the people that came from all over Europe, it was incredible. It was incredible. The dogs they have over there, oh my God.
We should be
Wow.
worried.
Wow. That's all I could really say.
Good. No, I love to hear
That's all
that.
I can
I
really
love to hear that.
say. How the show run, it was very smooth. They do pre-registration only. And
Ah, that
yeah,
helps.
pre-registration only. So the show ran, I mean, really, really smooth. Wasn't a whole bunch of hold up time or anything like that. It was a great event. And I mean, everyone was on point with getting into the ring on time, and dogs were on point. It was just amazing, amazing time.
Well done. Well done. So outside of like Mexico, Romania, Indonesia is probably the furthest out I've, dang. Where else have you gone to shows?
Uh, let's see. I've done Thailand, Amsterdam, Nicaragua, Honduras, Canada. Where else? I did say Thailand. I did Thailand actually twice. Where else did I go? Guam, a few other places. I can't.
Guam?
Yeah. Yeah. So I've gone around a little bit. Oh, and Colombia. Yeah, I did Colombia twice as well too. I've been around a little bit.
So
Yeah, I'd say
so
so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Spain as well too. I'm sorry. I did nationals. Euro nationals 2016 in Spain. Yeah. So Spain also.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
what did you see from the dogs out there? You said wow. What how do we stack up? Where do we compare? Where we got to work on? Like what's up?
Ooh.
Hey,
Ooh.
it's hard to call it American Bully if we get beat over there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, I tell you this, and I'll be straight up with it. What I feel is that it seems like they have a different game plan. And what I mean by that is that I think a lot of people here in the States, we kind of chase money, and then we also chase the names. With them, yeah, they do have the names of the dogs out there. They have some of the same blood that we have here, but I think they're actually really studying their pedigrees and putting together quality breedings to create some really nice bulls out there for sure.
Yeah.
I think that show had, I'm going to say, probably between 140 to about 150 dogs. Percentage
Nice.
wise, I would honestly say at least I'm going to go with about 75 to 78% of that 140 to 150 dogs were on the right track as far as
I like
type
that.
wise.
Yeah.
And when I say type, I'm talking about real like American bullies, like really bulls. I mean dogs that's gonna make you, if you walking down the street, you're not getting a block without two people stopping you saying, "Man, what is that?"
Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
was dogs like that really like, I mean, very, very nice bully dogs. And I told a few people honestly that if they were to come to the States, they will be some very tough competitors for the people here,
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Well, I love it when anyone brings a dog that came from any other country other than America, because it really kind of puts into perspective where other people's minds are at
Yeah.
as far as like what they're motivated to produce.
Mhm.
And I mean, if anything, that should kind of make you worry a little bit. You're like, oh crap, so they got it like that over there. So
Yeah,
I need to step my game up.
yeah,
It's
for sure. That is for
it's a beautiful
sure.
thing.
So look, by traveling all them places like
Uh-huh.
that, you don't ever think about bringing none of that blood back over here?
It's in the works. It's like I
I love it.
said, it's this one particular dog that really, really grabbed me.
Oh yeah.
It's yeah, it's in the works. And that's another thing is like honestly, when I do breedings, I might probably post something here or there or tell a few, but honestly I really don't put it out there too much what breeding I'm about to do or what I'm doing. There's like a handful of people that know, a breeding that I'm going to do or that I'm doing.
Yeah.
We got one pregnant bitch. Well, I'm going to confirm her for sure. It kind of looks like it, but I do have one possible confirmed bitch, and then I have another bitch that's in season right now that we'll be doing a breeding with, and I'll be waiting again for this other female to come in season, and I'll definitely be using the dog that I saw over there.
Woo! I'm
Yeah,
excited for you.
yeah,
That's gonna be amazing. I love stories like that when there's like, oh, I saw this dog in like Romania or Bulgaria or like
yes, yes.
Hey,
had to bring it over
you
here.
you
Oh yeah.
you
Oh yeah.
hey, you
Yeah.
know what? I got knocked offline, but I was hearing you saying all these places that you was really going.
Hmm.
Um how do you have time to show, man, going all of these different places like that and judging and stuff like that? How do you have time? How do you make time to spend with your dogs?
Well, I don't show anymore.
Oh, you done? Okay, okay.
Nah, yeah, like and I will if I really have to, I will. But typically now I would just I have two different handlers that I trust, and I'll put dogs out with them
I
for
got
them
you.
to go out and show. But myself, if I have to, I will. But other than that, I just do my thing. It's a busy day for us all the time. So, actually right now after we finish getting off, I'm gonna be spending some hours outside with the dogs myself after we finish up. But it's always something, always work to do.
Hey, so look, so the handles that you use, um, do y'all call yourself a team?
We call ourselves a king.
Team.
Oh,
Team, like a team,
Team.
a
yeah.
team. Uh, not really, not really.
Okay,
Now I am. We did have a group at one time, of course, but honestly, my team is me and my wife. That's my
I got
team.
you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Okay.
that's our team. I got a few other really close friends that we do business with from time to time, and we have some of each other's dogs and stuff like that. But we kind of really just do our own thing, and we're just like real close friends, though.
I got you.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay. So everybody know you as Earl the judge and so on and so forth. I want to pick your brain on
Here we
breeding. I want to pick your
go.
brain on your thought process
I
on
knew it.
breeding.
I knew it.
Hey,
Now he's got
give it.
this holder. He's set. He's ready to go. He's got all the questions.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I mean, where would you see, since you are in the ring, and you watching the dogs that we're bringing, you seeing what's over there, where do you where do you steer our breeding community? Where do you steer the dogs to? Type, structure, where do you go with that? How you look at it that way? Because I mean, I know you're a mastermind behind some things. I just tip my
Well,
tip
well,
my glass to
honestly,
you.
I, I like to, when people have questions like that for me, I kind of really just like for them to really go after the standard. And just kind of what I do is I pick their brain to see what type of a dog they like, what style of dog they like. If they throw some names out to me, I don't really know all the dogs' names, but show me a few pictures. What are you trying to achieve?
Mhm.
And then from there, if I do know particular bloods to go to achieve what they're looking to do, that's what I do. But I always tell them just to kind of watch different things, such as making sure that they're going in the right direction, making sure they're not taking steps backward. Because right now, with the American Bully, um, that we've noticed is that we're really trying to get the size that we're of the dogs. We're trying to get that down pat. Um, and I think a lot of it fell off because a lot of people like to try to say, oh, well, I'm going to breed to grand champion so and so because I have champion Mamma Mia, so I'm going to go with grand champion this dog. But you can't really just go off for that title.
Yeah.
You need to really look at the dogs behind grand champion so and so. Look at grand champion so and so's litter mates. Look at to see what the other dogs that the mom produced, dad produced, grandpa. Just go back into the pedigree to make sure you're pulling the right traits that you need to pull instead of just breeding for title to title dog.
I'm gonna
So you,
I'm gonna I'm gonna beat our friend Adam to ask you this. What is your opinion on the geno versus phenotype discussion? Normally, Adam, our friend Adam, asks that like right off the bat. And I'm like, no, I beat him to it. Yeah.
well,
Oh, I lost him.
That was his answer.
That was the suspense. Like this is like
Hey,
cliffhanger.
there you go. All
Damn.
y'all want the answer. There you go. He
Oh
gave
shoot,
it to you.
man. I know it. Now I just gotta see if he'll put him back on.
Hey, y'all heard that laugh he gave you. That that was that Dracula. I'm finna get. He just come from
That was that
Romania.
Count Chocula laugh.
Hey, he was finna be out. Like,
Now I'm just reeling. I'm like, oh no, I have all the suspense. It's killing me.
oh yeah. Hey, since he ain't talking right now, hey, I need everybody in the comments to like, share,
Oh, sorry
put
about
us
that.
out there.
My bad.
Oh, you
Media was
good?
like, oh, that's faster than damn.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Um,
no.
well, me personally, honestly, what I feel about it is actually your females really. Your females play a huge part. And I really feel that breeding the not necessarily overdone, but you definitely want a female that actually does bring a lot to the table for sure. Okay. And that's what I've always done whenever I do breedings. I always make sure I have, a really big bitch like the female that I have in there right now. Well, I mean, I guess I can tell you guys. I did a breeding with it's one bitch that I produced. Uh, it is off of Grand Champion Nipsey Hussle from Structure Line Bullies. It's my
I
buddy
know,
Brian,
yeah.
my buddy Brian back home. So actually, I bred him to one of my icon daughters, and that icon female was icon to a my old boy. I had Grand Champion Rockstar, and I knew from that bitch there, she just had everything that Rockstar had, just a bigger dog. She had a lot of chest, a lot of bone, but what I was looking to do was actually to add a little bit more rear because Rock and Ruby dogs, they typically don't really give you big rears, they give you nice structured rears.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Grand Champion Nipsey Hussle and I got exactly what I needed. So this bitch that I do have, Laura London, I mean, she's a beast. And she has the chest, she has the wide rib cage, pocket bitch. She's about 68, maybe 70 pounds. Huge muscle
Yeah.
rear, huge muscle, wood structure and all. Beautiful bitch. So I bred her to Molly Fuchs from Blue Notes Boy, Champion
Yeah.
Beetle. Yeah,
Oh,
so I did that
good.
for
Yeah.
you.
It
So
was a good boy.
yeah,
You,
yeah.
That's a good pick.
Very, very
you,
nice boy.
you
Mm-hmm.
said.
Mhm.
Well, I was gonna say you said something that a lot of people that might have not heard, but you basically said spring of rib, um, nice spring of ribs, wider rib, spring of rib. How do you feel? Is that something that we need in the breed? Is that something you push for?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, absolutely.
oh,
Because when you don't have that, you want that nice wide barrel rib cage. When you don't have that, it does take away a lot from the American Bully. That's one of the main things. And
mhm.
when you look at a dog, myself, when I'm looking at a dog doing a their side gate or just looking at them stacked in the ring, that rib cage plays a major part, a
Mhm.
major part because that'll make or break you. You look like a classic, or you may look like a standard. How that ribcage is set up, it will
Huh.
definitely do that for sure. Definitely do
Yeah,
that.
I
That's
got
about
you.
right. That's about right.
I was just wondering because I noticed I have a female at the house and down there and she has a lot of Springer rib man, and I was like, where do I go with this? Where do I tie it into what I have already? And
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So this girl here, man, I think she's gonna do something really nice. She's had one litter before, and I had some really nice pups off of it. And once again, I don't put it out there. I kept male and female off of the litter,
Mm-hmm.
and I put another one just in the pet home. And she only had 3 pups, from that litter. But we're gonna see what we get out of this, and it's probably gonna be something that's gonna be kind of kept, around here as well too. But I think I will have a pretty nice litter. I think they do match each other very well as far as phenotype and also just overall pedigree. I think it is going to be a really nice matchup for them.
Compliment one another.
Absolutely.
Our friend Adam hit us with his first question of the night. Be prepared. There are more.
Okay.
He said, because we were talking about, the barrel rib cage being obviously a really big, important aspect of the breed type, but he was asking chest versus shoulders as far as importance goes.
I mean, actually, both are important. If you don't have the width of chest nor the shoulders, you don't have an American Bully. You
That's
don't have it.
I agree.
You don't have it. Any bull breed, you definitely want that. Any bull breed. So that's definitely another very important key. That, and also, yes, definitely that rib cage as well too. Because when you look at them, you are wanting to look at a squared animal, and I mean that, looking at from the side, height length ratio, and also when you look at the front as well too. You want that square. You want a square to sit right, basically from the bottom of that chest. You want a square right there, and you definitely need that. You don't have the shoulders. You don't have the proper shoulder angulation. What do you have?
Right. Ooh, right.
A train wreck.
You got
Hip replacement.
We talk about. I've seen people talking about what the bully hips or whatever they were saying. They're
Oh
talking
my
about.
God, that was such a strange conversation. I feel like I walked into one of those, I didn't even understand the principle of it. So I started kind of just going through the comments. I'm like, I quit. I'm not even, I don't got time for this. I can't. Bully hips, really?
Yeah.
Man.
It's like the blind leading the blind,
Isn't it?
Bernie Mae.
Well, so you were talking about your girl's last breeding and keeping pups off of that. What is what are you looking for? When you're deciding on which ones you're actually going to keep, what specific things are you really eyeballing for, and kind of what age do you think you kind of that made that final decision of that one?
I started looking at my puppies from day one, honestly.
Oh,
And yeah. We all do. And I just kind of what I like to keep typically is females. I don't really keep a whole bunch of males at the house, but I like to keep females. And the females that I go for are really the females that look like males. I want all those male characteristics out of my females is what I look for. I always, as far as my own pups, I'm always looking at head pieces for sure. That's the first thing I'm looking at. I'm looking at how wide the eye set is, how far the ears are. I'm looking at, I'm kind of looking at the stop, and, looking at how short the muzzle is from really day one, Then from there, once they kind of grow a little bit, they start moving around, eyes open and all that. I kind of just look at that attitude, see who's that outgoing one in a bunch, and, just different things, how they take to different sounds, and, just overall temperament is what I'm looking for at that point. And then, hey, whoever comes out and start following me around the most of the time, that's the one that I'm going for,
he's
most of the
already
time.
trying to walk me around the ring. This is amazing.
Most of the time it's the right one. I had a few of the wrong ones, but
Hey, have you been in a jam don't know which one to pick? Probably out of 3 pups. I ain't gonna say 2 pups, but like a 3 pup. I mean, what would you do? Would you let them hang around a little bit longer, or what?
look, Robert, myself and Robert Lee, we did a breeding. I did a breeding with Bus with one of my bitches, and and I want to say, how long did I keep those pups? I think I kept on to those girls until they were, I want to say, about 13 or 14 weeks old. I kept them, and and I only rushed myself because Rob was getting one of the pups, so that was the only reason why I rushed myself. And I'm like, Rob and I, we talking bro, I don't know, man. I said, they're nice. He said, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a tough decision. I don't care which one you send to me because they are nice. They were really, really that nice. I said, man, if you don't mind, if I could hold them for a little while. He said, man, take your time. I ain't in no rush. So I did still rush myself, but I have kept pups until they were about 6 months old before I decided to let them go. Yeah.
Hey, nothing's wrong with that. I mean, it's a big deal, you
That's
know,
patience.
deciding,
That's
especially something that
patience.
comes off you. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're just going to
That's patience
put
right
it
there.
back into your program. So it's got to be on
for sure.
point, or it sets you back a generation or more.
Yeah, and then when I do that, typically the other dog that I have in question is most likely going to go to somebody that I already either one done business with, I built a relationship with them, or I'm already friends or family or something like that. So it's like, all right, maybe it can go over there, and I can see it from time to time, see what's going on. So I when I do those long decisions like that, that's where they're going. So it's still okay,
Yeah.
it's still okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're breeding for you.
For
I
sure.
mean,
Every time.
yeah,
I breed
you got
myself
to breed
first
for
and
you before you
foremost.
breed for other
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
First and
I love
foremost
that
for myself.
mentality.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of I don't think a lot of people do breedings that way. And I'm not gonna say everybody's all about money and this and that, but when they're putting the breedings together, that's one of the things you have to be prepared for. One, holding on to pups and making sure you get the right pick, not breeding for money. When you're breeding for money, you run into a whole bunch of different issues,
Yeah.
and most of the time they're not even lining anything up correctly. They just know that this dog sold for, I don't know, the store number out there, let's
Yeah,
say
this is a
20,000.
popular
This
dog.
dog,
Yeah, that's a popular
yeah,
dog. Here we go. Throw them together.
yeah,
Mess
let's
that up.
throw them together. We're gonna sell some pups. We're gonna sell pups for 20, 50,000. No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, just take your time, put stuff together, and breathe for yourself.
Mm. Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah.
I love that mentality. I really do. I think that's kind of, some people, they get into that mindset of breeding for the public, and I'm like, that'll get you into trouble real quick.
For
Hey,
sure. But
I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. People hit me up asking about puppies. Sometimes if I just don't like the vibe you give me, I give you this outrageous number so you get out my inbox.
there you go. Yep.
like,
Ain't going home with nothing.
There you go.
because at the end of the day, like what I have here is what I've been working on, man.
For
It
sure.
took me years
Hmm.
to get the blood that I have right now. So like
Oh yeah.
the way I'm trying to line it up and do what I'm trying to do is
I
Hmm.
ain't
like
letting no one ruin that.
well, and that's the thing. Like like he's saying, like sometimes you're not buying the dog, you're buying my work. Like I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Like somebody come to you, like, hey, that's your work of art. Like
Yep.
Took me years to build
Oh
this.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So
And my hat's off to a lot of guys that's out here that are selling dogs for that amount. But however, the ones that are selling for that amount and have solid programs, very solid, consistent programs, my hat's off to them.
yeah.
Really. And I mean, and all the people that are putting together those breedings from those different lines, and and hey, if you can sell them for that much, cool, sell them for that much. But I also like the fact that you are putting together quality and producing quality dogs.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's got
because
to be the
For sure.
priority.
I'm trying to retire. No, I'm just playing.
Don't even play like that, Johntae. We know better. We met you. Yeah, I noticed that you'd mentioned a couple of different old school bloodlines here and there. Do you have a favorite? Like, what's your go-to? Or are you going to tell
Hey, Rockin' Ruby. Rockin' Ruby
us?
all day long.
Johntae?
Rockin' Ruby with that twist of the Paco. My man
man,
DJ, Mo
man,
Better
I hear so much of that.
he does Frenchies now. And my guy DJ, man, he was the one that originally put that twist together back in the day. Produced the dog Rocky, and I just fell in love with that cross. I did. I fell in love with that cross, and then what I did, I kind of did my little twist in it and threw in the Dax blood with it. I did a breeding with Dax to my Rizzy daughter, and I was like, boom, I got it. That's it, and that's what I've been running with.
Never look
So
back.
all of my dogs, even though I still have, I did breedings with Rocco and that stuff, but just about everything, all my base is Rock and Ruby Paco, my whole base, and also of course Dax.
Well done.
Yep,
What
Oh, yeah.
yep.
Paco what Paco you talking about?
Samurai
Marcosaurus
Paco.
Paco, Samurai Paco. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
bean taco.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Fat
I
taco.
like everything on Paco. I just followed chili pepper, and she seemed to make everything come off of her. Seemed to the head seemed to got smaller, but everything else on the other line, chili.
Well, the thing is with that, when you double up on Paco stuff, you
Mhm.
get small dogs. You get little dogs. And God rest the dead, but I remember I was talking to Ed one day, and this was Ed Shepard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And before we did the breeding with Dax, so we're talking on the phone and stuff. He's like, yeah. So how's your? He was that dude was so raw. It's so funny. But he says, yeah. How's your bitch bred? I said, well, she's a Rizzy daughter. She's off of Rizzy, bred to a Paco daughter. And he's like, huh, okay. Yeah, well, you know what I think about Paco? I said, what's that? He's a bitch with nuts. I was like, God, wow, man.
That whole brain to
I
mouth
hated to
thing
tell
doesn't
you I
work.
had some
It's
Paco
not.
blood.
It ain't working. It broke.
I was like, man, what did he do to you like that? But that dude
Who
was
hurt
raw,
you,
man.
man? Who
He,
hurt you?
he was raw. He was raw, man. Older guy in his ways. And, I mean, that's what he told me. And that stuck to me. It still sticks to me to today. It it was funny as shit.
Taco like that.
Mm.
Aw.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
rude.
He disrespected him bad. He did.
Golly.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah. He was rough. He was rough on it, man. But hey, that's Ed. He stood behind Dax and Gotti line is what he stood by.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
Well,
what we.
and they were probably rivals back in the day. I mean, because they were right at the same time. Paco and Dax
Marco.
was. I
Yeah.
mean, they
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Well, really, Paco was back in the days of it was before Dax.
Yeah. Well,
Who was that? Blackjack. He was kind of back in those days with his dog
21.
21 Blackjack and stuff like
21.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So it was a little further back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Dang.
Dax line, he was a Gotti line guy before Dax actually, became a real, bloodline.
Household name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
household. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
And
Gotta,
I guess he could say that because I mean Barbie was probably bigger than bigger than
Oh,
most
Barbie
males
was a
we have
monster.
today.
Yeah,
Like yeah.
Barbie was a monster, man. I had Barbie's littermate sister, Powder, was one of the sisters that I had here. Yeah, me and my buddy Ezra bought her. That was right in right actually when Katrina hit. So right before Katrina in 2005 is when we got her. But yeah. I mean, monster. Another monster that was in that litter was Bricks. Kim from Ultimate Blues used to have him back in the day. He was a blue and white
Bricks. Oh
male Brick
yeah.
beast. Like those dogs, even though it
that
was
they were
that
related.
older, those dogs then how in their prime, man, they would hang with the dogs today
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh
Definitely hang with the
yeah.
dogs today.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
always find that interesting. Like some of the dogs that a lot of people that would have labeled as extreme back then. That's the standard now. Like you're sitting there like, no, these dogs would be in the ring right now, given Zero and Blue and Hangman, run for their
for
money.
sure.
And I think that's perspective. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, for
that's
sure.
evolution.
Hey,
Since
Kim
you
used to be a
rocking,
bad.
go ahead.
She used to be a bad chick, man. Boy, hey, look, she had all kind of dogs over there, man. You
Oh
remember
yes,
Bouncer?
indeed.
Remember Bouncer?
Yes, I seen bounce. I
Man.
seen bounce in the flesh. Put hands on him. Yes. When I
Hey,
say,
what? Did,
look,
did she
let
stop
me tell
breeding?
you, huh?
Did she stop breeding?
Nah, she's still breeding. I think she
Okay.
has. I think she has some exotic dogs and some. Recently, I seen her like with some Merle exotic dogs and stuff like that. So she's still breeding dogs.
Okay.
But let me tell you, back in the day, dogs like that, Bouncer and Quake and Villain and
Oh
that-
my goodness,
Oh
yeah. I mean, we
man.
did actually. I did a breeding with Villain. I had a Villain daughter that I wound up actually taking her back to Villain and did that breeding, and that came out pretty nice. I had some big monsters out of that. But
Yeah.
I mean, back then she had some. I mean, crazy. Bouncer was just ridiculous, man. Bouncer was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I
I
bought
mean,
2 Razor's Edge dogs from her, man. Two
mm,
girls from her off of 2 different breedings. Them girls was nice, man. They was really nice. Yep.
yep, yep. Kim had some dogs back in the day. She definitely
Oh
did.
yeah.
And I'm talking about these boys were, every bit of like consistently like between 98 to 100 pounds, plus. And it's not no just internet stats. These are
Yep.
like for real, like
Yeah.
big monster dogs, big heavy bone, just big girthy body,
It's
big
big for
barreled ass
no
cages,
reason.
just big,
Yeah.
just big. Just look at you, you just big. Why you so damn big?
Mm-hmm.
You're making me, you're emasculating me. This is terrible. Quit this
Oh.
shit.
Man, I'm telling you. I remember when I seen Bouncer. Bouncer was 10 months old the first time I saw him. And when I saw him, I said, Kim, who is this? What the, like, oh, that's my boy Bouncer. I was like, God
And he does, doesn't he?
damn. I just remember when he jumped on his pen and his leg came up and I was like, God damn, look how big his bone is. Like, damn, his bone is about the size of my damn forearm or probably bigger. What the hell? I'm like, and of course,
All of
back
a sudden,
then,
you
I'm
just
like,
feel
man,
smaller and
what y'all
smaller.
feeding? I'm about to feed what y'all feeding. He's like, oh yeah, he's chicken. I was like, chicken. He's like, yeah, we give him like 4 leg quarters a day. I was like, really? And I wasn't on the raw thing at that time. I was like, wait, he's like, yeah, we just wash it off and give it to him. I was like, what? He ain't getting sick or nothing? But hey, I was like, you know what? Damn it, I'm going home. I'm going to get me some leg quarters. I'm putting it
Hey,
to
Got on that bus. Got
hey,
on that
gotta
bus.
get it.
you
Hey,
know. But yeah, very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. Matter of fact, now that you say that the dog that I have, that I will be doing something, he'll put you in the mind of Bouncer.
Yeah. Dang.
But I would definitely say way cleaner.
How tall would you say Bouncer was?
Bouncer was probably about, I'm gonna give him about probably about a good 18 inches, I'll say.
Nice, nice.
But every bit, when I say every bit of probably about 110 pounds, yeah,
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
bit of it, every bit of it.
Nice.
nuts. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
and he was a monster,
Sure
monster.
will.
Dang. Do
Oh,
you have a favorite XL? Because a lot of the names you've been naming are standards of pockets, but do you have a favorite XL?
you know, I couldn't really tell you a name offhand, honestly. I
Yeah.
really couldn't tell you, but I have seen some pretty nice XLs. I do like the Kentucky's Finest.
Oh,
Uh,
oh yeah, Sarah Roach's dogs. Oh my
yep,
God.
yep.
Like she's got the formula.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean,
But see,
she,
I've been knowing Sarah from back in the day with her first boy she used to bring on out, and he was super nice. That was gosh, man, was his dog's name? I'm so bad with names right now. It'll come to me like way later on, and I'm gonna
yeah.
send it to y'all.
Oh,
Once I
was
come
it
with the name.
was
that
it
one.
it was like a white dog with gray patches?
Nah, Fawn Boy.
True Love.
Oh, okay.
What is it again? Say it again.
True Love, maybe.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Or Timbo.
God,
Timbo.
I talked about
Timbo.
Timbo. Timbo.
Timbo.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Timbo.
Savon. He was
Timbo.
like Timbo. I was like, oh, that's right.
Timbo.
I knew somebody
Timbo.
in our comments
Man,
would know. But yeah.
that dude was nice. That dude
Hey,
was nice. And then my all-time favorite, though, I'm not gonna lie to you, all-time favorite, Caraballoo.
good choice.
All-time
Good
favorite
choice.
for me, Caraballoo. Yep.
That's a
That boy
bad dude. It's a
was
big dog.
very nice. I've seen and put hands on that dude. Very, very nice dog. Very nice.
I got you one. Which Rocket Ruby?
Oh, he's a big fan. So this is a
I'm gonna
rhetorical
say my own.
question.
I'm gonna say my own boy. I'm gonna say my
hey,
own boy.
hey,
I'm gonna say
If you couldn't,
my
like,
boy.
if you're gonna name somebody else's, that's appropriate.
but besides him, favorite Rock and Ruby dog honestly would be I'm gonna say Rocky. Um and from there I would say Tonka.
That would have been
Yep.
Tonka would have been my choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tonka. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep. I like Tonka. I like the way Tonka produced. He was a good looking dog himself. But yeah, that would be my favorite Rock and Ruby dogs for sure.
Nice.
I
Now,
can
someone
respect
had asked this.
But it's a few
Huh?
that I like, and I like that would be my favorites. But it's a few of them out
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
that.
That's
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that was a great product. Someone had asked this. Actually, it's been asked a couple times on our last couple shows, but regardless of access issues like living, departed, whatever the case may be, they live over there, we live over here. Despite access and money, if you could breed any two dogs together to get even just one first pick off, what two dogs you breeding?
Yeah. Mm.
I love doing this because
Yeah.
it takes them a second, because then they start naming multiple dogs, like, oh, well, maybe this. Oh, yeah, no, I really like this one. So we get a good idea where your preferences lie. It's almost a trick.
What
Don't tell us.
variety?
Hey, look.
What
Don't tell
variety
us
are we
that.
talking?
Hmm?
What variety are we talking?
Standard.
Dealer's choice, yeah, or standard, yeah. I know. I'm sorry.
Why would you do that to me? That's putting a little bit too much out there.
No, man. Nah.
Hey,
You've seen
hey,
more
look.
dogs
He's
than
gonna tell
all
us.
of us. Okay,
He's gonna
listen.
tell us who he breeding to now.
Don't give too much away. You don't have to give everything away, but
Well, I can't. Honestly, for real, like really, 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 I can't even tell you because it's a breeding I'm doing.
See, I
I
told you.
I
knew
can't.
it.
I knew it.
No, that's
I
Like
knew
good.
it.
I'm really for
I
real.
knew it.
I'm extremely hyped up about this dog that I saw over there. It like it's. I mean that's the one. That's gonna be the one for sure for me. Honestly, with this litter, if I have a full litter, last time she gave me a total of 7 pups. Love the litter. With this, if she gives me a full litter of 7, honestly, I might probably let only 2 of them go, and
Wow.
that's it.
You
And
know,
that's
you're
if
the
she
first
gives me a
person that's
litter of
ever
7.
answered that way.
If she gives me a litter of 7, like I would honestly only really let 2 of them go. They will be top notch, and they're going to go to certain people.
That's
So
the best way to do it. I'm here
unfortunately,
for
I
it.
can't say
Hey,
it because I don't want to let that out.
No,
okay.
again, like I think that's awesome. Because again, most people when they list other people's dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and because there's just so many to choose from, and you're like, oh man, if literally no bars held, no restrictions, no limits, best two dogs I could possibly think of to as a pairing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're picking your dogs. I think that says something about you. I love that.
Who's your best producing dog? I hate to say it, I feel like the dogs now aren't producing as high quality as we hope for.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your best producing dog right now?
That
Like,
I have my
well,
best,
all
or
time. Well, no, I'm just saying all time. Who's in your thought process when you look at American Bully across the board? Who's your best producing dog?
mm, um, well, I would probably say, honestly, right now, the Rocco stuff.
Yeah.
Rocco stuff is actually it is producing. Like if you look at majority of the dogs in the ring today,
Mm-hmm.
man, all of them have, if it's not Rocco, it's some of Foking's blood in there, some type of way. That's giving you type, is still giving you, overall American Bully, pretty decent structure, movement, whatever you're looking for in American Bully, majority of it is right there. That, and honestly, still some of muscle tone blood as well too. that's out there that's producing. It's been going for, I think really both of those lines have been had a
About the
nice
same.
run and produced a lot of dogs that are in the ring today. I mean, hell, you look at your number one dogs, and more than likely they got some some of that blood in there.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say O King, Rocco, and what's the other? You know, that other dog there. I forget his name.
That one. That one.
That, yeah, that one dog.
I can't tell. It's missing now.
Yeah. Muscle tone. Sorry, muscle tone
There you
blood.
go.
Yep,
Oh
yep,
yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
those, yeah, I would say those. You know, you got some other bloods in there, but I would definitely say that's been the most consistent for sure.
Nice. Nice.
I can respect that.
Yeah, but you
I'm
know
let,
what I do like though? I like the fact that some people do look outside of the box and not go towards those lines and do something of their own, and you know, and produce some nice bulls and show some boys, and you know, show some dogs out there that don't have that blood, but they're still good looking dogs, and you know, producing as well too. Is just, you know, sometimes they don't get all the looks and the hype because they're not that name, you know.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Adam has a question. He wants to know what your expectations are for the XL class for the next like few years. Like, what would you like to see? What do you want us to bring to you in the ring?
For, for XLs, and it's been getting better that I see, but I want to see more dogs that are. I mean, they are American bullies, and we've been seeing a lot of dogs that lack the bone. They lack the. They're tall. They're, you know, they're big. They are XLs, but they're almost looking like taller Amstaffs almost. So we want bullier features. You know, we want them to basically look just like standards, but just taller is what we're going for.
That's how it's
Um,
described.
yeah, I mean that's what they are. They're just a standard American bully, but just taller.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're looking to get more of, and that's the reason why I like my number one XL of all time, Caraballou. He looked just like a standard American bully, but just taller and bigger. Another one that I've never seen him in person, just seen videos and different pictures. He's not in the States anymore, but Legend.
Oh,
Legend
I
was,
love Legend.
yeah,
Oh, Champion Legend. Because you can't tell unless he's standing next to a standard. You don't know that he's an XL. You have no idea.
right,
No
right,
clue.
right, right. So
Another.
Legend,
Yeah.
Legend is definitely another nice XL. Looks just like a standard American bully. It looks how he's supposed to look, but he's just taller. If we can
Mm-hmm.
if we can get the XLs, you know, to look like that, like your Carabaloos. There's another one, Tristan, the former owner of Legend.
Yeah.
He showed it was a female, a chocolate and
Dream.
white female. Dream.
Dream.
Okay. Another
Yeah.
one. Nice
She
represent. I
that
mean,
girl.
for a big,
She's.
very nice for XL.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What I love,
Very
what I
nice.
love about Tristan in that regard is because we saw him at nationals, and that was I'd seen Dream multiple times prior to that point, but I didn't really have an opportunity to sit down and like just literally talk to him, put hands on her. But he had her out at nationals, and you know, I sat there and the first thing I asked him was just like, you know, obviously you got a great animal here. What are you looking to correct? Because some
Mm,
people don't have an answer for that. They're like, oh, well, I mean, she's great the way she is, or, you know,
mm,
but immediately he's like, this and that, like right off the bat, like he was ready to answer the question already because he'd already been thinking about it. So I think that says a lot. And the thing is you
yeah,
look at a dog like that and you're just like, damn, you know, she's nice. Like she's
yeah,
already got that bone. She's already got that, you know, that nice head. And, you know, so you're sitting there thinking like, what else could you do? And he already has a list. He already has a list.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I love that about him. I think that's great.
Well, there's always room for improvement on all these dogs. You know, that's just like the one dog that I'm so in love with. You know, there's things that I would like to correct about him as well too. But I think, you know, every breeding that we do, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to correct those different little and tweak those different little things that we need to tweak and correct. And I think I will get it with the breeding that I plan on doing. But it's always room for improvement. There's not one perfect dog, not a perfect dog, you know.
Nope.
So, but that female dream, though, for XL female at that, I mean, that's
Pretty
that's kind
big.
of the direction that where we need to be going and moving forward.
Have you? I can't remember if he's made grand champion yet. Top Gun. Emmanuel's Top Gun. He's this beautiful tri, just big, handsome. And he gets better. He's been getting better with age.
Okay.
But I'll have to send you a picture.
Yeah,
He's
I'm not sure if I've seen him before.
man, if you because he'd been to I want to say one or two of the shows in Columbus.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you might have probably seen him at one of those, but he's one. Okay, so Caleb confirmed he's one champion went away from Grand Champ in ABKC.
Okay, cool.
And he is the older he's gotten, he started to like look more and more like that structure where he has.
Was he just in Arizona or something like that?
I honestly,
that tried out?
oh, I can't. Oh wait, hold it. What are you?
Mississippi? Talking about where he's from? The guy?
The
No.
dog. No, where the dog is.
Oh, I don't.
I was trying to think if there was a dog that was in Arizona.
No, he's in Mississippi.
He's in Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah, Emmanuel's in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the older he gets, the more and more he looks like a
Might be
standard.
Tennessee. It's Tennessee. Jackson, Tennessee, I think.
Okay, that would make more sense because he's able to go to all those Carolina shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I may have probably seen him. I don't recall though, but
yeah. He is. You have to look him up. Top Gun or also Emmanuel. Yep, Emmanuel Tavares. He's that dog. The older he gets, the more and more he looks like a standard, like build wise, and like he actually posted one within the last 48 hours. I want to say. And I had to take a second glance, like, holy crap. Okay, yeah, no, I know who that is. But that's the direction, right?
I got to see him. I got to check him out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll have to send you a picture because I'll send you the picture that I saw him post relatively recently because that's the one where I had to take a second glance, like, damn. But he's a future son.
Oh, okay.
Ain't that him? That's him right there.
What you need to do, Johntae, is go to Facebook, go to his page, and show the last picture he posted of him, which I think was either today or within the last couple of days. And damn, yeah.
Okay.
And I think Caleb had a litter off of Top Gun, and his female split recently. How old are they now, Caleb? He's in the comments. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pups. Very, very chunky.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So do you have, you said you have litters on the ground, or you're getting ready to, or you're getting ready to confirm.
Yep. So I'll be like I said, I'll be confirming one of them, and then I have one that's just coming in season. So we'll start testing her, and we got something planned for her. That's a little colossal daughter that I have, and I'll be breeding her.
Woo woo. Got things in the works.
Just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's him right there.
Yeah, that's him right.
Yeah, the one on the left.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Right there.
Yeah.
Have I seen him?
You had to have, because if you've ever been to one of the Columbus shows, he missed this most recent one, the opener. He missed the opener this year, and I think he missed Labor Day. But the opener of last year.
I think I know who that dog is. If I'm not mistaken, I think. How old is he about?
Oh gosh, I mean
I think he's about the same age as he about 2.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I mean, he champed early, like because he was, he's been big his whole life, but like, yeah, he champed pretty early, so he is like, and as he's aging, you can see he's just building and building. You're like, damn, man.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I put him up. If I'm not mistaken,
it'd been weird had you not. I mean, he came out just like he hit the ground rolling. That dog is amazing. He's that XL that you look at and you're like, good
Yeah,
God, that right there. That's the
yeah,
one. That's it right there.
yeah.
He's super.
I'm more than sure I did. I think I gave him breed, if I'm not mistaken,
Hmm.
before.
Yeah, he's
He's
and
a
the
good
way he
looking
moves.
dog. Damn,
He look
he's
Yeah.
really
good.
good.
Oh yeah.
And that's the direction right there. That's what XLs, should. I mean, of course, not identical to him, but that's the direction that they need to be at right there. You know,
Oh yeah.
we had a point where we were hitting so many of them that had just the longer sniper muzzles and really small bone and just they were more rectangle shaped versus squared, even though they are all taller, they're still supposed to be pretty square, even though they do have more leg.
Yeah.
So yeah, with seeing dogs like him and the other nice XLs that are coming out, we're heading into the right direction. You just got to
Yeah.
keep the train moving forward.
Man, and I'm gonna say this, and it might sound. You know what's crazy? I was scrolling back at the old standard, where the old standard was actually the dogs, where you got like Toro. If I'm not mistaken, he was the standard. Bus is the pocket because I'm looking at him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
It's like,
yeah, like it's just crazy. Like, I, it's gonna be a gut punch to a lot of people, but like those dogs consistently down the line look like the same dogs. They're just different heights.
hmm Yeah,
I mean,
I should be confused. I should have to ask you from your pictures what class your dog's in. I
Yeah.
should have to
I
ask
mean,
you because they're
I,
identical otherwise.
I, that's.
That's
I mean, I hate. I like. I mean, I just like that. That's what was like. That's the dogs we. I mean,
Yeah.
and we pushed the envelope on a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but it's just crazy. Like down the line, like consistently, these dogs. I don't know.
yeah, some of these dogs are and the way they produce like
Well, I mean,
one of the things I always like to shout out and it's not even just a little bit of bias because I mean it isn't but Dima Dimpolsky from Positive Vibes from Davco. He's the
Mhm.
Slim
Yep.
Shady,
Yep.
Grand
Yep.
Champion Slim Shady.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So Grand Champion Slim Shady, his mother Bella, because he
Hmm.
was off of I want to say a Bella Bistro breeding,
Yeah.
and Bella, rest her soul, has a very very distinct face. Like it's not even just the structure of it, the expression. Uh, and she just consistently threw that. So he has dogs still on his yard
Hmm.
that are her grandchildren.
Yeah.
I have her great grandson,
Hmm.
and he looks like her. Like if you were to look at pictures of them standing next to, like, or pictures right next to each other, you're like, how? She's got strong genetics, and that's
You
damn.
talking about my boy?
Oh yeah,
Are
Julio.
Julio.
So I can't remember how many of you actually stayed late to that show, but it was Errol's last show in Columbus, and I was there with Mary, and it was winding down. It was show number 4. We were just going almost to best of breed, and
Running on fumes,
oh,
boy.
oh man, we were running on E. I mean, it was bad. We were so tired, and
Yeah,
I
you
had
was in
Helios with
there.
me.
You was in there.
Uh, and so I had Helios with me, and Mary's mother had accidentally misheard us and started calling him Julio. Name stuck, obviously. So we start joking that I'm sitting next to Errol, and we start joking that Helios's nickname is now Julio, and so he gets on and he just announces Julio on the mic in the middle of the show. He's like, "Everybody, look over here! It's Julio Nixon." I was like, "Oh gosh."
Because he looks like a Julio.
Okay, and that's the worst part about it is because he really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
just one of those things where Mary was on a phone call with her mom while she was hanging out at the house with me, and she's just like, "Oh, and here's Amanda's dog, Helios," and she's like, "Julio," and she's like, "No, Helios." And she's like, "Julio?" like, yes, Mom, Julio. And it just,
Julio.
Julio. Yeah,
Okay.
Julio Nixon. Yeah, he's my giant red potato. He is asleep right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's going to last, but you'll see him at the next show. He's big. He's getting bigger.
Yeah,
He's
I
starting to
seen
turn into
I
himself.
seen a video of him. I saw a little video of him not recently that you just you posted. I was like, damn, I said,
Yeah.
hey, look at him,
He's
looking good,
filling out. Filling out.
looking
Julio's
good.
getting big. He's getting his burrito on. But yeah, you'll see him at the next show for sure.
Cool. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
Hey, we
Right.
coming too now. Hey, look, we coming still now.
Okay.
I mean, it's a long way.
Okay.
Hey, hey,
Hey, we need you to come on out. You got to see if you can go on and defend that title that you got there.
hey, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It ain't no playing now, y'all. Hey, whoever want it, we want it. Get in the ring.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, I can't come half stepping. Hey, this time I got something for y'all. I got a new outfit too, so y'all gonna have
Oh.
to.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you
Okay.
gonna have to see me now. Hey, I want it all.
All right.
I'm
All right. We gonna
here
see.
for it. I know I'm here for it. I've told Johntae this story before, but I have one of my friends that lives in Germany. She was here visiting. It was November, and it was a friend of our show, Dwan Hall. He was having a show in Bessemer, and so Johntae was there, and so she got to meet Johntae, and he was wearing. You were wearing like a pink. Was it a pink blazer?
Yeah.
It was either a pink blazer or a pink button up, and she was just like over the moon. She's like, oh my gosh, like he's just the coolest, nicest guy. I hope he wins everything. And I'm like, I mean, obviously, yes, as his friend, I want him to win everything unless he's going up against me, and then I don't want him to win. But at the same time, it's like, yes, you. But I was just like, oh, rein it in, because I mean, he does. He comes to these shows looking slick, looking pretty dapper. He means it. When he says he's coming.
My boy, Big Boy said it. He said it all. Ain't nothing slick to a can of oil, baby. Hey, with the rocket rumor.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
So you're gonna be pulling the polar bear toenails out there.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Frostbite, baby.
Oh my God.
Hey, and I'm thinking I got some New English Bulldogs. I got some puppies. They should be.
Hey, bring them out, man. Bring them out. We want to see them. We want to see them. Bring them out.
When is the show again? When is it going down?
August 17th this year. August 17th, Columbus, Georgia. We're gonna be doing it. Yep. So we getting everything together. We getting all our judges and all that stuff lined up, and we're gonna probably be releasing that. Probably right after the Jacksonville show, we're gonna release who our judges are gonna be for the show. Yep. So we're gonna do it big as usual. We might probably gonna up that cash prize for that fun show. You know, we might up it a little bit. You know, you gonna come and defend your title.
Hey, got to. Hey, look, Toes was hurting too bad to walk home, but nigga,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long night, man.
You had that
Work
walk like you want to take them shoes off.
Ooh. Hey, knelt down and them thing went to doing like this. Oh yeah,
so complete, huh?
Man.
Then it take 3 hours to get to the house.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one's that venue. I want to say in Columbus is about 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes from the house.
Hey, but like I said, I made a YouTube video now. Beautiful venue, lot of space. He always got the vendors out so you can get what you want.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that venue, man. It's a beautiful venue. It ain't a whole lot of movement. You're having to go and unload and stuff like that. You can pull up to the door. Now, hey, I'm gonna let y'all know, security guards now they own it. Now, Auntie was out there. You better move your car. I said, golly, Auntie, I don't want no smoke.
Own it.
hey, look, all you gotta do is go around the corner. I said, all right, T, I got you. I got
I didn't even want to mess with it at that point. She scares me. So I was like, no, man, I'm just going to park in the garage and bring everything in on a dolly.
Bring everything in. But
Dad, she
also
scares
when
me.
you park in the garage, the good thing about it, you just got that walk across, you know, and,
Yeah.
and you right in the
Yeah.
venue. It's not
Exactly.
bad. So
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
thing that
I
we really
mean,
do like about it, you know, and then how the potty area for the dogs is kind of like convenient right there, and then you can, you know,
beautifully
boom, go.
accessible.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Only things I
I
wish
think
that we
that's my
could change
favorite.
about it is that I wish we can bring our own food in, but you know, other than that, I love it.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
hey, look, don't tempt me because I'll set up the grill right outside at the front door.
Come
We'll
He'll
set up
do
a
on,
it.
come
burger
on,
patty.
man.
He'll do it. He'll get kicked the f out, but he'll do it.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
Auntie outside with a cigarette.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh shoot.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
mercy.
Oh yeah.
Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to see
Yeah.
if anybody had any questions in the comments as we were, having too much fun over here.
Yeah. All right.
oh yeah. But man, like I
Got
said,
got Chris James over here talking about his giant mic.
it don't work.
That don't work. It's never it's their generation. I was like, he has that because he's like, yeah, it's important. I look important, and he said he can't bring it on a plane. I'm like, yeah, well, he's so funny.
Oh yeah. Man, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know I hit a lot of y'all up a while back, and I'm super grateful for the platform that Amanda, Caleb, and Bruce allowed me to come on, man, because it's been. I know I hit you up like a bunch of times, want to just pick your brain a little bit, man, and it's crazy. A lot of people in the comments might not really know the history you really carry in the breed,
Mhm.
like they didn't know with Bullet, man. And it's an honor to be on here talking and picking your brain and because I mean, like a lot of people ain't went back and watched that whole when you was at nationals and it was going down. And
Yeah.
I bet you your
Yeah.
toes was cramping trying to.
Hey.
I
Hey.
mean,
Look. You know what's so crazy about that? Cindy and I were talking about that when I was in Romania. She was like, "Oh, I had Tristan in the ring. He was apprenticing with me, and he was talking about his feet were hurting." I was like, "What kind of shoes he had on?" He was like, "Well, he had some nice shoes on." I was like, "Hey, man, you got to get used to it." Honestly, I have judged all the like a few times that I've worn, kind of like softer, comfortable
Yeah.
shoes, but most time I'm in some hard bottoms judging, and I
yeah,
I just got so used to it. I got used to it, and I mean, yeah. But Rolando, he always talks about how how I was gating Rockstar in the ring. He said, "Man, I don't know what it was, but man, you had them steps going, man. You saw a little bit of the sock coming out, and man, you was stepping in them hard bottles." He said,
hey,
"Man, I think that's what got you to win, man. You was stepping."
hey,
You gotta have
man,
if you're gonna wear shoes like that, you've got to have a mean sock
Oh, you
game.
got to.
Mean
You got
sock
to.
game.
You got to.
hey.
You got to let that sock show a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That's what you're really doing. So
Add some
when that
flavor.
sock showing, you're doing something.
Hey, pull up on me at any point in time, and I'll
Yeah.
show you what I got.
Okay.
Hey, look. Oh
Okay.
yeah, man, it's crazy. And that's what I grew up watching y'all when y'all clothes was baggy. Now everything slim fit, but back in the day, it was.
Everything's just medium now. What's
Hey,
I said medium.
Hey, look, hey, look. Everybody had look. They were pencil style khakis and dress pants and big baggy dress
Yeah.
shirts.
Big old dressers.
Yeah, the really big dress shirts or the really big polo,
Yep.
the collared
Hey,
There you
polo,
go.
3
Yep.
buttons. Oh God.
oh yeah, oh
So
yeah. So
damn well you wear a large, you got a 3X on.
Oh
oh
shoot.
yeah, man. Like I said, but that's what I grew up watching, man. That's what I grew up just waiting to get my chance to do what y'all were doing, and
Yeah.
that's why I hold it so dear to me because it's just like, man, just watching just on the shoulders of giants for real. Like y'all dudes were pioneering and I mean completely.
Hey man, look, and when I kind of came in it, yeah, we didn't have all of the podcasts and Facebook and all that stuff. It was
Yeah. Yeah.
MSN message board,
Mm,
and if it wasn't an
mm,
MSN message board, you were going to the barbecues, and that's how I felt to be around, those other guys,
yeah.
I mean, DJ and I, we both, we took a liking each other, so I kind of rode DJ's coattail a good little bit, and Kim from Ultimate Blues, Tommy and Amy at Southern Pride,
Mhm.
and Ron was a huge mentor for me, and I'm always grateful and thankful for him.
Mm-hmm.
He actually was the one that brought it up to me to actually look into becoming a judge, and just for him to tell that to me, it meant a lot. And he was a huge mentor to
Yeah.
me, huge mentor. But yeah, a lot of the guys back in the day, being around them, it was just like, damn, I'm actually, at the time, damn, I'm actually with Patrick, Jam Pack Pitch. He had big Cali Nugs back in the day. Just being around dogs like that, I
Yeah.
don't know, it was just amazing. Amazing to be around those guys. So I felt the same way.
Yeah.
I felt the same
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, so
I mean,
one of the biggest things that we try to do with this live is we try to give access to knowledgeable people, experienced people that normally you don't have a moment to really sit down with and go through the motions and pick their brain and get advice.
Mhm.
And what's crazy is a lot of these folks, they're new.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's that trepidation. There's like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm allowed to ask these questions without being judged, or, who do I ask? So one of the things that we kind of like to find out from each of our guests is, if someone that's brand new to this whole thing, brand new to breeding, brand new to showing, all of it, what what's the first bit of advice you would give to them?
Um, I would tell them to actually make sure they're prepared to hear the truth. Be prepared for that, and just you have to really have that open mind, and don't feel, even though there's a lot of new people in the game, they may have probably listened to a few other people, and they may probably think they know a lot, but they still want to ask you questions. Just make sure you have that open mind. Make sure you're ready to hear honest criticism, and like, well, from me, you're gonna get the real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing for you at all whatsoever. I'm not gonna sugar, and I'll be polite and say, hey, look, I'm sorry, look, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I really feel, because I feel that if you're like that with people, it helps them out. Me sugarcoating
Yeah.
something, it's not gonna help you out at all whatsoever.
Right.
So I feel if I be real, truthful to you, and it may not be political correct with how I tell it to you, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and it's gonna come out the way it's gonna come out. No
Yeah.
disrespect or anything like that all whatsoever, but I prefer it to be that way. That way they get 100% me and how I feel and how I look at things. Yeah, you can take it with a
Yeah.
grain of salt, and or you can go on and take heed to it and learn from
Yeah.
it.
Taking a run.
That's it. That's it.
Now, I heard you mention Ron as a mentor of yours. Do you have anybody else you'd want to shout out, mentor wise?
Yeah. Rolando also was there as well too. He was he apprenticed me, and I got a lot of information. We also, every time we're doing an assignment together, or if we're just hit each other up talking about stuff, it's always we'll be talking about I don't know, whatever, and it's always comes to be like a learning experience, and I'm not gonna say I know everything. We learn something new every day. When I stop learning something's goddamn wrong. So it's always good to talk to him, and then other people with other breeds as well too. Jamie Sweet, John Sweet, love them to death. That's my people. I love them. Them also Bully, my boy, that's my brother. Love him as well too. And I mean, we all talk dogs, and I mean, I like talking to people like that because you can just be yourself, and it's no judgment, and it's like we all learn from each other. We learning something from each other. You know,
Yeah.
um, Chris Moore is another person with the oldies. I learned a lot about oldies from Chris. I think that's probably about it. It's been a few other people that I've talked to and bounced ideas
Yeah,
from.
yeah,
Back in the day, one of my other apprenticeships that I did was John Downing. Rest is dead, rest is dead. But I did learn a lot from him as well too, and also Skip Miller as well. Learned a lot from Skip Miller.
yep.
Yeah,
That's the name
yeah,
we've heard before as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the person that really taught me to be raw and be like, have kind of like a fuck good attitude, John Easterly. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but John Easterly
I've
he
heard
was
of
a
him. Yeah.
trip. He was a trip. But when I say real as real could be, this dude would be in the ring smoking a cigarette while he judging the dogs.
Oh my God, that is fantastic. That's a
Now,
whole.
if
That's a whole
that ain't
vibe.
real, if that's not real,
Hey,
I don't know what real is.
Damn.
hey, I
He
told
would
you
be.
Even
that.
if it were like a cigar or something, but like
Man,
just a
I
just a stick, you're
I
just
have
sitting
a
there, you're like,
picture. If I'm
bro.
not mistaken, I think he has a cigarette in his hand. Somebody took me when I was apprenticing. I had a big ass jacket on. I'm talking about this sports coat was huge. I look back at the picture. I was like, God damn, how big was that damn jacket? Not tailored at all whatsoever. I'm just looking like a just young little neck
Hey,
skinny. I don't know what.
off the rack. Hey, off the rack, baby.
Golly.
Of the rack, but he just really taught me really just to be just a straight up, just real, just
Yeah,
do what you feel and stand behind what you pick. So just like I said, I took a little bit from everybody, and it helped me out throughout the judging career, breeding wise and all. It's been very, very helpful. All those people.
Cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, mentorship is a massive, massive thing. Having the right mentors,
definitely.
and you're bound to have more than one. And
Oh,
I mean, it's same thing as you said. Like
yeah.
if you're not learning something new every single day, you're doing it
Doing it
wrong.
wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
For
doing it wrong. For
real.
sure. Doing it
Um, any of the viewers have any questions or anything that I know that Trevon was telling us that he's like, I remember my first show, and he was talking to you, Errol.
Mhm.
His first show with you, he remembers you being honest in your response because he was thinking kind of the same thing, and you just reaffirmed it essentially. Because kennel blindness is a real thing, and you got to combat that. So
Oh yeah.
apparently you definitely had a lingering effect with him in a positive way. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
Let's
Trevon.
see. Let's
Yeah, a lot
see.
of people
Anybody
don't
else?
like the honesty, but I mean, hey,
And but that I feel like that's another thing that we can help control as a community. Like we
yeah,
can kind of basically, just like you said, like that's your first bit of advice is, hey, grow some scales,
for sure.
grow some iron scales because you're going to need them. And if you're, you got to be willing to hear the truth about it because not everything someone's going to say about your dog. I mean, you can sit there and love your dog all day, but you got to know their flaws. And if you're
For
not
sure.
willing to see that or hear it from another source,
For sure.
you got a
Oh
problem,
yeah,
and
absolutely. Absolutely.
because I mean, I can sit here all day and I'll list every single flaw both of my dogs have.
Yeah.
And that I mean, some of them are things you've told me before. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't ever had Julio. It's so funny to call him Julio. I've never had Julio in
Face
a
the
ring
fact
with
that's his
you.
name. Just you might as well change the
Just
paperwork.
got
Just
adopted,
going to
right?
do it. Just going to do it. You might as well.
Amazing how that happened. But I haven't had him in the ring with you just yet. So that'll be the next endeavor. But with my boy Adonis, it's like, I mean, you've told me exactly, just like Trevon says, like you told me exactly what I already knew,
Yeah.
which is, just a
And,
reaffirmation of what I need to
and
correct.
and that's the thing. And that's the thing with these dogs. It's like you have to be your own worst critic. You have to be. You have to be. We have dogs here. We have 18. Yeah, we have 18 dogs right now. And it's like I would look at dogs and I'm like, yeah, I might put you on out there, but I don't like this about you. If I don't like something, if I'm looking at it, I don't like it. Nah, you'll be here. You'll be chilling right here. You're not going no show.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are not like that. They feel that they bought this dog. It's supposed to be a show dog. I want to go and show. But hey, guess what? When you're bringing that dog out there that really doesn't need to be out there, you got to be prepared to hear
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I asked you about the Springer rib, because for me, the over exaggeration in this dog I have, it doesn't flow. And for me, it has to flow. Like, it has to be a flowing body. It's too much tuck. And I'm like, oh, you just ain't that
Yes,
dog. So I mean, yeah. And I mean, you gonna eat good. Beers and Bullies raw dog food.
Beers and Bullies. Plug. No,
Oh,
seriously though,
shoot.
like his raw is ridiculous. If you're get with him if you're interested in starting a raw diet, because he is your guy, man. He is your man. Beers and Bullies.
Okay.
For real.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I do actually I do a raw with some of the dogs. I get it from Molly. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, she's got a really nice mixture over there I really like, and they do really good off of it. But I definitely have to give you, show some support as well too. So I'll try it out for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, what size shirt you wear? I come in there. I mean,
Extra
when
medium
I
for me.
Extra.
hey, you went from one extreme to the other, boy.
I know.
Yeah, we ain't wearing a big no more, man. Extra medium,
Hey,
man.
yeah, this slim fit years now,
Yes,
man.
sir.
We know
Yeah,
that.
but
We ain't cold
everything's
no
just
more.
medium.
Hey,
Everything's just. You have no room to talk, Bruce. You macho, like.
hey, Earl.
Yeah, you wearing
Earl.
mediums. Listen,
Hey,
I want to hear from you,
Dada.
sir.
Dada. I always want to be some Dada. Extra medium.
Oh
I
God,
got
y'all kill me.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
but
Oh
look, you
yeah.
need to definitely need to go on and bring some info and some stuff down for the show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely come through. We coming, man. We coming. Like I said, got to defend the title. We coming
Yeah,
in. When we walk in, we coming in. The champ is here.
yeah,
Hey, look, we ain't
yeah.
playing.
Oh,
All
you got a
right.
little theme music and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
You
Hey,
better
look,
go
we stepping.
like that. Otherwise, I'll be disappointed now that you said it.
We slide in. Now, I mean, hey,
Okay.
Well,
Like
that's the thing,
August.
though. It's like every once in a while, like I expect some like shimmer, not glitter, but shimmer from you.
little
One of
simple.
these days, you're gonna wear a jacket that's like shimmers,
Mm,
and I'm ready for
mm,
it. I'm waiting for it.
mm. Yeah, to
You
sip the
never
drink
know.
on that.
Hey, you
It might be
never
coming.
know.
Might
You never
be in
know.
the works, and good for you because I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I have to take pictures for Janet, my German friend, who wants to know now every single time I go to a show. Were you there? What were you wearing?
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a thing.
sir.
You're a thing. A whole thing. Yep.
International.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah, and now every time I go to a show, there's like specific people that she wants to know about, what they, who they brought, what they were wearing, and she's not like, she loved dogs, because I mean, weird, I don't like dogs, but like I turned her into a totally different, like she really enjoyed her first show experience. She wants to go to another one, and now every time she knows that I'm going to a show, she wants to see the lives. She wants to know who was there, what were they wearing.
Nice.
It's funny.
Nice.
I was like, oh damn.
Nice.
Got her
Nice.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Yes,
Like
sir.
well, no one's got it. I think, I mean, we had a lot of talking points, and I'm not gonna lie, like we kind of answered most of the questions that
Drop that
everybody.
show again. August 16th.
August 17th. August
Pitch it, baby,
17th.
pitch it.
Yep.
17th.
Yeah, August 17th, Columbus, Georgia. That's the Labor Day Bully Showcase. That's number 4. So, we definitely don't half step with anything. Great venue, trophies, ribbons. We got it all. Last year, we actually added just a whole bunch of different other breeds because people asked about them. We don't mind doing that again this year. We added in bull mastiffs, At first, we weren't going to do English, but guess what? We had a few people ask about English. We brought the Englishes on in there. So we will do the same for this year, and we want to go on and push the other breeds to come on in. So we want everybody to come on out, come on, have a good time. Last year, like we said, we had all the vendors in there. I even had a buddy of mine that came out with the fish. He had
Oh
the fish
yeah.
I
set up
saw
out
that.
there.
There were
Oh yeah.
tropical fish there. I was like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
And
yeah.
he was giving away betas. He was giving the kids
Yeah,
betas. He had
betas.
yeah,
games and
yeah.
everything.
It was cool.
Locked
Yeah, he
in.
had the game set up. The kids won beta fish, and it was cool. I seen a few people that bought some tropical fish as well too from him, and it was really cool. So I plan on having him, and then I have a few other people that I've talked to with some other exotic animals that they sell, and so I want to see if I can get them on come on out as well too. But I just wanted everybody to come on out, have a good time. Not just about dogs, just come and hang out, just kick it with us, come and vibe, chill for the day.
What's the security guard and his wife? She got the pound cakes. She got
Oh
the cakes
yeah,
on deck.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Hey,
yes.
hey,
Cedric,
pre-order.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
yes,
said,
Yeah.
yeah.
said,
The
said, yeah.
pound cakes will be on deck. So
Yes,
just
sir.
make sure you're ready for it. She will definitely have it there for sure. She will have the pound cakes for sure. Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah.
be ready for it.
Hey,
The
Nice.
pound cakes come in handy,
That's a
man. I'm telling you.
staple.
Whenever I'm judging, and I just like, hey, a little pound cake right quick, man. Look,
Just like shoving it in
it's
your
so
face like
bad with
Gollum,
me.
like
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
like
so bad with
no
me.
one's
She'll
watching.
save me a crumb bag. You know what I'm saying? She'll have like all the broken up ones, have them in a bag for me.
ooh,
Saving all
And
them
look,
broken cookies for you.
hey,
ooh,
guess
that
what? Look,
be
no, what you do,
cool.
you take that home, you get that Bluebell ice cream, and you put that in the Bluebell ice cream.
Yeah.
Game over. Game is over.
Hey,
Hey, don't talk
hey,
about if you don't talk about if you put a little caramel drizzle on that thing. Game is over.
Damn, he has that ready in the fridge and the freezer before he even gets home. Like before he even goes to the show, he's got that on deck just
Oh
in
yeah.
case.
Oh
That's
yeah.
hey, I
what
was driving home. I was driving home, falling asleep, eating pound cakes.
I can picture you
Oh
doing
shit.
this. Like maybe even just a couple of tears because your shoes hurt. You're like,
Feet
it's my
was
mind.
cramping. I'm talking.
Oh my
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah. So
I did.
yeah.
So
I did tag the event page for the Labor Day showcase for.
Awesome.
So
oh yeah.
everybody, it's in the comments. So that way you can just kind of click on it and head that direction. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
Everybody
Well, I
come
mean,
out. Come
yes,
on. Come on.
yes.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
there's
even
a,
have
there's
to.
a few
You don't
other
even have to
shows,
bring
a
your
few other
dog. Just
shows
bring
before.
yourselves.
Yeah. And there's a few other shows before ours as well too. So y'all make sure y'all check them out. They got
Yes.
Jacksonville coming up.
Yeah.
That's
Don't show.
a huge show, beautiful show every year.
Very good show.
We also have one of our reps and judges. They'll be throwing a show as well too in Hot Springs, Arkansas. That's going to be coming up. That's April 20th. Then you have the marathon that's going to be here in Georgia,
Yeah,
McDonald.
the
That's a
Atlanta
2-day
Bull Marathon.
event. Yep, 2-day
Oh
event.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Yeah. Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, 6 shows. Man, always a good time. Good vibes. Hey, look, you're gonna have really good judges, and I mean, especially marathon. Man, you got a chance to pick up so many points. You got 6 shows, Saturday and Sunday. You know.
We coming.
Oh yeah. You got to come on out. Gotta come on out. So yeah, there's plenty of shows in between time. So you guys check them all out. But definitely August 17th. That's that Labor Day Bully Showcase. So we got booths available, sponsorships available as well too. So get at us. I think so far I sold a booth today. So I got about 7 booths sold in as of right now. So I mean, but yeah, just go on and get them locked on in, and we're gonna make it happen in August.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Love it.
I hit you up. You know we coming.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm gonna hit you up.
I got you. I got you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for coming on with us. I know that
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming. 2
yeah. Come
trains.
on. Oh yeah. Look, I tell you,
I don't.
if I had that by my house, I know my dogs would be going
They
nuts.
they
Right.
is right now. They out there
Oh
hollering.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and ours is far enough away that you don't even hear like the actual horn. You just hear the clack clack.
Uh-huh.
And that's all you can hear at this distance. That's it. So luckily it doesn't freak them out that much. But if they heard what he's got going on over there, Bruce, oh man, yeah, 2 trains.
Oh
But
man.
thank you, Errol, for coming on.
Thanks for
Again, it's been a
having me. I
long time in the
appreciate you
making.
inviting me.
Thank
I
Yeah,
you.
appreciate you inviting me
yeah,
on
we
for
sure
sure.
appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Oh,
Thank
definitely.
y'all so much for having me. And thank y'all for having this platform for people to, to view and get a chance to talk to people outside of the ring and, not in a short environment and just have a good conversation. It was just a genuine conversation with a few questions thrown in, but I enjoyed myself on here and I appreciate you guys having this platform.
All right, buddy.
Oh, our pleasure. And again, it was awesome having you on. So, anybody else that's on here, feel free to share this, move it around, let people see it. Cause again, this is just information that is just going to sit here if, you're not sharing it and getting it out there for other people to kind of, get in and, get to know Errol and everything he's about and what we're about. So, yeah, definitely go forth and be sharing.
There
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, like I said, thank you. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I love y'all. Y'all. I love y'all.
You about to cry?
He's a puddle of love right now. This is amazing. I love
That
it.
boy start cracking a little bit. He about to cry.
he gonna cry in the car.
He'll cry the car.
He just got done watching the Oscars. I'd like to thank my mother, the Academy.
Hey, you know it.
Wow.
All right,
Well, no, you
guys.
guys are fantastic, and thank you as always for being here and being
Thank you.
you.
All right,
Awesome.
guys. Have a good
Thank you,
night.
All
y'all.
right, bro.
Y'all have a good night.
Y'all have a great evening.
All right.
Thank you again.
Peace out.
Bye.